Hello, my name is John Mullins, and today I will be talking about the positive effects of private equity. Now, as of 2020, private equity employs an astounding 11.7 million people in the United States alone. Now, what exactly is private equity? It is a way to invest in private companies rather than publicly traded companies. Private equity businesses offer various services that help sustain and grow the economy, such organizations boast societal production by acquiring failing or inefficient businesses and combining them with competent enterprises in the same industry to improve the workplace. Furthermore, the competition for consumer goods often results in an artificial price increase. Now, in contrast, a merger undertaken by a private equity firm um, would limit um, suppliers' alternatives, resulting in lower prices and access for low-income customers. Similarly, these enterprises generate economic motion, necessitating a higher allocation of resources, and ultimately, the long-term balance of risk and reward has ushered in a new era of private equity that brings considerable benefit to the current market circumstances. Um, Now, there are a plethora of ways and essential acronyms and terms used in private equity, but only the necessary and commonly used terms are to be reviewed in this presentation. Now, first off, private equity uh, is a firm that buys and sells companies. These firms tend to have a market comprised of institutional investors and accredited investors as well, approved by the SEC, the Securities Exchange Commission. Furthermore, a leveraged buyout is the acquisition of a company utilizing primarily borrowed money to afford the severe upfront cost, since it tends to be quite high. Now, another form of investment is venture capital, which is the mass investment in a startup company. It frequently may splinter off, but remains under the same equity as it remains under the private equity umbrella. Now, alternatively, long-term private equity is capital that tends to be allocated in at least a decade-long contract and typically requires a significant amount of negotiation beforehand. So deals can sometimes take years in this instance. And another aspect of investment is that private assets are not listed publicly, so thus operating in a separate sector while residing in the same economy. Now that you know the key terms that will be discussed in this presentation, let's move on. Thank you.